Detroit is often remembered for the riots of 1967, a pivotal moment in the struggle for civil rights. However, little is spoken about the earlier and equally significant riots of 1943. In the summer of that year, Detroit was alive with the sounds of industry. The clang of machinery and the hum of engines filled the air as the city transformed into a vital hub for the war effort. People poured in from all corners of the United States, drawn by the promise of jobs in the booming automotive factories. Among them were nearly 400,000 migrants, both black families seeking better opportunities and white Southerners hoping for a fresh start. This influx brought hope, but also tension, as the city struggled to accommodate its rapidly growing population. On June 20, the sun shone brightly as families flocked to Belle Isle Park, a beautiful oasis in the Detroit River, to enjoy a summer day filled with picnics and laughter. But as the day wore on, the atmosphere shifted. Youths from both black and white communities began to clash, their playful banter turning into heated exchanges at the park. The tension simmered, and whispers of violence began to stir in the crowd. That night, rumors spread like wildfire, an unfounded claim that a mob of white residents had thrown a black mother and her baby into the river. The anger and fear that had been building for years erupted, igniting a firestorm of violence. Black residents, feeling trapped and marginalized, retaliated against white-owned businesses, looting and vandalizing property, predominantly on streets like Hastings and Forest in their neighborhood of Paradise Valley. White mobs gathered along Woodward Avenue and East Vernor Highway, fueled by their own rumors that a black man had assaulted a white woman. They surged into the streets, targeting black neighborhoods with furious intent. As night fell, the streets of Detroit transformed into a battleground. The sound of breaking glass and shouts filled the air as chaos reigned. In the heart of Paradise Valley, residents fought to defend their homes. Young men and women took to the streets, confronting the mobs that threatened their community. Cars belonging to black families were overturned and set ablaze, while the cries of those caught in the violence echoed through the night. The police, overwhelmed and often complicit, struggled to maintain order, many officers turning a blind eye to the violence inflicted on black residents while focusing their efforts on suppressing any retaliation. As the sun rose on June 21, the devastation became clear. The streets were littered with debris, and the air was thick with smoke and tension. The cries of the wounded filled the air, and the sense of loss weighed heavily on the community. Local leaders, desperate for peace, appealed to Mayor Edward J. Homeyer, Jeffries, and Governor Harry Kelly for help. By the end of the day, the federal government intervened, sending in thousands of troops to restore order.